Illegal border crossings hitting another all-time high, surpassing 300,000 in December alone. Now, former FBI officials are sounding the alarm on a new national security threat, as 50 on the terror watch list were already caught this fiscal year. In a letter to Congress, those officials warning, quote, the United States is facing a new and imminent danger, adding in its modern history, the U.S. has never suffered an invasion of the homeland, and yet one is unfolding now. Here to react, National Border Patrol President Brandon Judd. Brandon, great to see you. I got to tell you, when I saw this letter, I was shocked, not at the acknowledgement, not at the reality, but at the acknowledgement of the reality. I know the numbers of the terrorist watch list. I know what's going on. But I guess I was surprised that former FBI officials would be willing to put this out like this, because it was more than a warning. I feel like it was an indictment of this administration.
Yeah, it's not an if, it's a when. We know something bad is going to happen, and you have to look at the reason why. When you look at the number of people that we apprehended, 302,000 people, that means we released a minimum of 280,000 of those individuals. We only held into custody about 20,000 for repatriation. So when you look at that, when you look at the sheer mass crush of people that are crossing our borders illegally, what that means is we just don't have agents in the field to patrol the border. That's when the cartels can cross our higher value products, including people from countries that want to do us harm. Everybody wants to characterize this as a race issue. They want to say, well, this is just poor brown people coming from Mexico or Central America. And that's just not true. We apprehend people from Eastern Europe all the time. We apprehend people that are whiter than I am all the time. We apprehend people from the Middle East. We apprehend people from around the world. This is not a race issue. It's all about the protection of the American people. And until we wake up and realize that, we're going to continue to deal with this, and what's going to happen is going to be bigger than what it needs to be. We've got to get this under control today, and we can do it if this administration would simply give us the policies that are necessary.
To your point, Brandon, I think people still have this conception in their head that illegal immigration is the guy that wants to come over here and does low-skilled, low-labor jobs and is striving for a better life. And that may be a percentage of the people coming over here. But I put this FBI letter out, for example, on my social media, and somebody said, oh, yeah, all these Mexican guys who want to come over here and bomb things. I don't think people understand the extent of people coming from places like you just described, who come at a minimum from countries with where there's an ideology of ill intention, but at a maximum are on the literal terror watch list.
Yeah, and the reason is because the woke media refuses to give an honest conversation to the American people. So if you watch CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all of those, CBS, if you watch those news outlets, they're constantly covering for this administration. They will not tell the American people exactly what's going on. If we had that honest conversation, if people understood what was going on, they would be up in arms. They would be extremely frustrated. But what's great about it is all of these images that you're showing, every single time something happens here in the United States, people have to wake up. And what's really funny about that is Eric Adams has unwittingly become the face of border security, because every single time he talks, this powerful Democrat, every single time he opens his mouth, then the mainstream media has to cover it, and then people tune into Fox News. Thank goodness. And that's why President Biden's poll numbers are so low on illegal immigration. But it's only recently that those numbers have dropped to lows that we've never thought that would have ever happened.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, thanks for being with us. Hopefully we can break through that false narrative about the problem that exists. Always great to see you. Thanks, Brandon.